What's going on, guys? Crypto buyer here with another daily installment. We're on episode 3 days strong of the YouTube videos, podcast. Gonna bring you two things today that have come across my desk. Yeah, I hope you enjoy them. Again, like we always say, this is not financial advice. Do not throw your money into these things without doing your own research and own due diligence. I am just passing along information that I've read and value where I think it is. So, to get right into it, let's just take a brief look at the market. I'm going to start keeping these YouTube videos down, hopefully like 5 to 8 minutes, so you guys can get a ton of value out of them without having to spend a ton of time hanging out with me. So, more money flowing into the market. We're up to $136 billion in the crypto space. Bitcoin's trying to make that push past 4,000. I think if we push up towards 4,000, I think it's going to make another good little run up. So keep an eye out for that. NEO's coming back now on the 30th of September. The exchanges are supposed to close in China. We will see on that. I would hold tight if you're holding some NEO, because I don't think China is going to do anything. It's just personal opinion. And then you can see NEO run pretty well. OMG's up. If you saw 2 videos ago, I'm big on OMG. One thing I do want to touch on, and I'll say this, I do not have any of this. And out of a market that's pretty green right now, I want you guys to take a look at Ubik. Ubik is basically, from what I've been reading and researching, a Ethereum type application platform. They do some things that are a little bit better than Ethereum. I think they're a little bit more secure. If you followed Ethereum since the beginning, like I have, there are a few holes in Ethereum. Safety stuff. Again, all this stuff's evolving. They're running into things that maybe they didn't forecast. So Ethereum's picking up the pieces, and they're continuing to get strong. So I see Ethereum still being the main driver of the train, but Ubik is right up there with those kind of platforms, such as Waves and other platforms that allow companies and businesses to build applications on top of. So Ubik had a nice little run up earlier during the summer, and it got up to, I want to say it got up into the threes. Did we get all the way up into the threes? We got close. We got around the $3 mark with the USD price, and then came the pullback in the market, and it's down in the 150s. So if you're looking to get into something that's has some stuff coming out here in the next couple months, but I think is a good buy, and I'm going to look at probably getting a position, definitely in the 140s. If it gets down in the 140s, I'm in. 150 still. I mean, you know, if it pulls back up to the $2.50 range, $2 range. If you get in a decent position, you're gonna get some pretty good return out of it. So that's just a little general advice. This is a pretty good entry point, I would say. Again, I'm gonna look a little bit more into it, but do your own research. Don't put in a ridiculous amount of money, think you're gonna double your money. You could, but you could also lose it all. So again, not financial advice, just telling you a little bit about what I'm doing, kind of documenting my journey in the crypto space. One other thing I want you guys to think about when it comes to ICOs. ICOs, when they first came around, I kind of looked past them a little bit, didn't really jump in on a ton of them. I got burned early on, I guess a year and a half ago with the DAO. I say burned, but it really wasn't burned. I recouped all the funds, but kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth about ICOs and hype and things like that. But the more I've researched ICOs, especially as many that are coming out, and the returns that you can get if you get into a good ICO. Again, guys, I'm going to preface this by saying good ICO, good use case, good team. You can't just go throw money into an ICO that you go to their website and their team's nowhere to be found and it looks like it got thrown together by WordPress. You're probably going to get your money stolen. So do some research. This is a token sell, an ICO that I really think you guys should take a look at. It's Unikoin Gold, basically esports betting site. Esports is pretty good, guys, when it comes, it's everybody's into esports. The biggest thing that I try to think about when investing, especially into ICOs and things, is who's backing it. What's the team behind it? Does it make sense in the use of the general public? The biggest thing for me with Unikoin Gold is that there's some pretty big players in the game that are backing this. And in investing, I'm a big believer in not blindly, but follow the trends of successful people, because successful people are successful for one reason, because they're continued success. So Mark Cuban, we all know Mark Cuban came out and said what he said about Bitcoin, but then he turned around. Cuban's behind it. Like him, you don't like him. The guy's a pretty good business guy, and so I'm in. I'm in Unikoin Gold. I think it's something that you should take a look at. Make your own decision again, but out of a lot of the ICOs that I've seen recently, this one seems to be a more developed ICO with a more developed company, good backing. So Ubik, Unikoin Gold, those are my two things of the day. Again, I have no Ubik. I'm going to look into it. Unikoin Gold, I am in the ICO. I have invested. So I hope this opens your eyes to maybe something you haven't heard about. And if you like the advice, if you like what I'm doing here with the crypto buyer, subscribe to my channel here so you make sure that you don't miss any of the updates. And leave some comments. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, and share this with your friends. So again, I always appreciate your ears, and until next time, This is Crypto Buyer, and I'm out.